So this is an Oracle database. So what do you mean by database actually? Do you understand like why we require a database generally? Why we need a database? Have you ever, like if you are studying in a college, when you study in college, when you go to your library, okay, you get a book, okay, after 2 or 3 days again you return the book. So how your librarian will be keeping the record of who is taking which book and which on what date and on what date he will be returning the book. So everything he will be maintaining in an Excel sheet, right? Or any form in a computer. What he'll do, he'll just maintain the record that this student has taken this book on this date. Okay, but imagine like if there are some 10,000 students, a very big university, okay, very big university which is having many affiliated colleges and all, like, and you want to store like around 10,000 records at a time, okay, and is it possible? It is possible to store the information in a Excel sheet or in any form, in Word or any file you can store. But suppose you want to get that, I want to know this student, when this student has taken which book, at what time this book was delivered. I just want to know this information. So how you will get this information? You have to go through so many records at that time, okay, which is very difficult. Okay, so to minimize that complexity, okay, what they have done, they have designed, they have said like instead of storing everything in a file, you can store it in a form of a database, which is actually storing your data in an organized manner. Database is nothing but storing your data in an organized manner. Organized manner means what? You will be storing your data by using some software here. So what software you are using here? You are using the Oracle software here. Okay. So by using this Oracle software, what it does, you store all the information, like in our example, we store the student's information, on what date he has taken the book, okay, and which book he has taken, and on what date he'll return the book. So all this information will be stored, and like I want to know which student have taken which book, okay, by just very simple query, okay, query is nothing but a question. With a simple query, I'll get the information of that student. Okay, so how I am getting that information? By using a software here. Okay, I'll just, okay, I can do it here also. By using a software, that is your RDBMS software and SQL language. In Oracle, we use SQL language to retrieve the information from your database. To retrieve information from your database, I'll be using your SQL language. Okay, so here you have it, like what is data? Okay, what kind of data you need to store? Like suppose a librarian keeps the information, or if you imagine a big company, okay, just think about a big company which needs to store their employees' information, like employee name, his employee ID, when he has joined the company, what is his salary, what is his position, okay, and in which department he is working. Is he in sales department, accounts department? So each and every information about that employee, or each and every data, employee data, will be stored in the database. Okay, so this Oracle is all about storing this data, collecting the data and storing it in an organized manner. So that is actually the work of a database administrator. This is only the primary work. Okay, don't think that this is only the job, like just collecting the information and storing. This is one part of job of a DBA, primary job. Okay. So just think that how data was stored earlier to earlier to your Oracle software, like storing the data in your database. Earlier, how the data was stored? Earlier, very long back, your data used to be stored in your electronic sheets. Okay, then came your files. Okay, now you are storing your data in your database. Okay, storing your files, we used to use a software that is your DBMS software, database management system. Okay, we had your DBMS, database management system. Earlier, the software used was your DBMS. Okay, now you are using your RDBMS software. So what does R stands here? R stands for your relational database. Relational database management system. Okay. So what does relational mean, this word? Why you are going for your RDBMS? Okay, when you have your DBMS software here. What was the disadvantages of your DBMS? Are your files, storing your data in your files. Okay, suppose you are storing in your DBMS, what would happen? You would store the information in your like flat file totally. Like suppose an example of an employee information I want to store: employee name, employee ID, employee salary, his job, everything was stored totally in a file. When I want to retrieve the information, it was getting very much difficult by using your DBMS software. Okay, and everything used to be kept in your one file only. So a very big file was used to be. We used to have a very big file, and to retrieve the information was getting difficult in DBMS software. If we use DBMS software. But in RDBMS, what we do, we don't store the information totally in one set. Okay. Earlier to that, we actually stored in data by using your RDBMS software in your tables. Okay. So what is a table? Table is a collection of your rows and columns. Rows and columns. A normal table. You can just imagine a normal table, rows, your columns and rows. Okay, so we store here your employee name, his ID, employee ID. We have the column names in this way, and it's employee salary. Okay, suppose your employee name is something called as Raj. Very small table, sorry. If it has been a bigger table, you can see here a image is present here for a table. Okay, you are having a department name, department ID, manager ID, and location. In this way, you will be having the whole data will be stored in the form of a table here. Okay, and by using this RDBMS software, there is no need to store the whole information in one table. Suppose if you are having a big company, they are having around 10,000 employees. So that 10,000 employees information, you no need to be storing in one big table. What happens if you store it in one big table? While retrieving the information, it becomes very much difficult. Okay, so instead of that, by using this RDBMS software, what we do is we just store the information in second. So what we do? We just store the information in 2 or 3 tables. What we do, suppose like employee information I'll store in one table. Okay, and then department's information, like in which department he is working, and what is his department ID, and in what location this department we are having this department, in which location. I'll store in another table. Okay, and I'll have another table for storing your salary information, like what is his salary, what is his annual salary, what is his grade according to his salary. So everything I'll store data related to an employee in different tables. So whenever I want to retrieve the information, what I do, I just form the relations between these tables and I get the data. I just form the relations between these tables and get the data. When I how do I get the relations in between the tables? By using different concepts we are having. By using joins, I can have the relation. Okay, you have different kinds of joins. Okay, or you can use your subqueries. Okay, so by using these things, or you can use your primary key and foreign key relations. Primary key and foreign key relations also you can use to get your relations. So that's why we call it as a relational database management system. Okay. So whenever I form a relation, whenever I want to get the data, I get the data from different tables. By forming relations between the tables, I get the information. Okay, so that's why we call it as RDBMS software. Now we are using your RDBMS software. Might be you have seen something called as ORDBMS also. Okay, so what does ORDBMS stands for? ORDBMS is Object-Relational Database Management System. Okay, so in your RDBMS, what happens whenever you are storing your data? Suppose I want to store your employees' photo ID also, image I want to store. But if you are using in RDBMS software, in that you can't store the images there. Multimedia objects, you can't store the images there if you want to store the data. So complete data was not stored. It was not possible to store the complete information of an employee by using your RDBMS software. So what they have done, since they came up with ORDBMS, Object Relational Database Management System, by using your ORDBMS software, I can store your images also. Images are any multimedia object you can store. Okay. Next. It just says what is a database. Database is an organized collection of data which is usually in digital form. You can just say an organized collection. Okay, so I'm talking here only about your Oracle database, but you may have a enthusiasm, or you might have a question like, why we need to go only for an Oracle database? Doesn't we have any other databases by using which I can store my data? Yes, you have other databases in the market. Okay, that is your IBM's DB2 database you are having. This is from your IBM. Okay. Oracle database is from Oracle Corporation. Okay, then you are having the Microsoft SQL Server. It is from Microsoft. Then you are having a Sybase database, Informix database, Teradata database. So many databases you are having. So you can choose any of them and store your data. But the thing is, Oracle is you are hearing only Oracle database because it is actually taking like 50% of the market. If they are like companies are storing the data by using Oracle software only. So much in demand. Oracle database is so much in demand. So that's why we are going just to we are just discussing here about your Oracle database. But you have other databases also in the market. One more database which is highly in demand now is your SQL Server actually. after Oracle, you have your SQL Server, which is much in demand right now. Okay, we have already seen like what is a relational database management system that is based on your relational model introduced by E.F. Cod. Actually, E.F. Cod was a person who have designed some code rules. Based on that rules, you will be defining that this is a RDBMS database. Okay, so that rules and all will see in your SQL class. Okay, so learners are like freshers. If you are freshers, don't worry. Okay, if you don't know what is a SQL language, like how to write a query, okay, how to get write a query, and what is a query, what is a table, how to form a table, how to get the information from a table, all those basics will be covered here. So in your online class, first two classes will be given to your SQL basics will be teaching you. So there you will be learning about all the code rules and all. Okay. So how this relational database came into existence? Same thing like the EF Cod has proposed this relational. Earlier, I told you like earlier the data was stored in files, but in 1970, around 1970, EF Cod has said why we are storing the data in tables, why we are storing the data in files. Okay, we can store the data in tables. Okay, so from there onwards, this tables concept has come into picture. Okay, so how your end user is getting the data, how your client is getting the data by using your SQL language and by using your RDBMS software. We'll be using your RDBMS software here. RDBMS software is nothing but your Oracle software from your database. In your database, all your data will be stored in the form of tables. So why we are using your SQL language here to get your information from your database? Does we have any other languages like in your colleges, if you are fresher or anytime, like if you have seen in your colleges, C is a language, right? You are having a C language, Java language, okay, you have COBOL, BASIC, different languages you are having. Then why we are going for SQL language? Okay, there are some specifications, there are some advantages of using your SQL language to retrieve the information. What are those advantages? First thing, SQL is an ANSI standard language. What is ANSI? ANSI is American National Standard Institute. What it does is it gives, like you can think like if you are buying an electronic product, you have an ISI mark on that product, right? Whenever you see an ISI mark on your electronic product, you think that okay, this is perfect and this is good. Okay, same way for your languages. Okay, if ANSI has said like SQL is a good language for getting your information from database, then that's all. Okay, so this is an ANSI recommended language, SQL recommended language for your database. Okay, and next thing is it is very easy to learn, very easy. Like suppose simple example of your ANSI SQL language is, suppose I'm having a table here. Consider this is my table. Okay, I'm having the employee name. Okay, employee ID, his salary. Okay, and his job. Very few columns. I'm just giving a few columns here. EM, employee name. Okay, suppose my employee name is Raj, and his ID is, consider his ID is something 101, and he's getting a salary of 10,000 per month. Okay, Okay, and his job is considered as a manager. Okay, and having some information. In this you are having different employees and their information. Now I want to know, okay, what is the salary of Raj and what is his job. Okay, then you can just say select. I want to get the information, so just say select. Select is getting the information. I use the select keyword here. Okay, select and say select salary. Okay, and job. Okay, from which table I am getting the information? Select salary and job from. Suppose I have given the table name here as EMP table, employee table. Okay, select sal, job, salary and job from your EMP table. Very simple language. Okay, and suppose if I want to insert data, a new employee has joined, I want to insert his data into the table, then I'll use the insert keyword. Okay, I want to delete the information, then I use delete keyword. I want to update the information, like suppose he's a manager and he's getting salary as 10,000. Okay, after like 6 months he got an increment and now his salary has become 12,000, which means I want to update his salary. Okay, so I can use the update keyword. Okay, so you have different, so daily English, whatever the words you use in your English, same words I can use here in your SQL language. Insert, update, delete. Okay, so very simple keywords. So all these basics you learn in your SQL language. Will give you basics of SQL basics for free. So let's go into history of your Oracle database, like how and when actually your Oracle database came into picture and what version of Oracle we are using right now. Okay, right now you got an Oracle version of 12c. Okay, 12c actually came into picture in your 2013. In 2013, I think in October or November you got, yeah, around October ending November you got your 12c, Oracle 12c. C stands for your cloud. Okay, so now everything, your database will be there in your cloud. Okay. People who don't understand what is cloud computing will see it later, like just understand that now whatever your data is present, it is present in your cloud. So from 12c onwards, but whatever your course we are dealing here, we are going with your 11g databases, because till now 11g is running in each and every company. All the databases they are running in 11g, because 12c is new. Okay, very few have implemented 12c. Your course will be totally covered in your 11g. You will be starting your course actually from your 9i onwards. So we'll see what are the basic concepts of your 9i, then we'll go with 10g and then 11g. So we'll see Oracle database 11g. G stands for grid computing. So history of Oracle database. When actually your database has started. One second. Okay. So first thing, Oracle actually, your Oracle software was started in 1977. You can imagine how long back. It's a very Hello? Yeah. I think there was a problem. So it was a very long back that you got your Oracle software, that is 1977. Yeah, hello, any problem? Okay. So earlier, now you might know that this Oracle is a company, but earlier Oracle was named as RSI. RSI, the company name was RSI, that is Relational Software Incorporation, but in 1982 it was renamed as Oracle Corporation. Okay. Hello? It was renamed as Oracle Corporation in 1982. So Oracle actually started its version from version 2.0. Okay, in 1979 you got version 2.0, then you got 3.0, which was written in C language, then you got 4.05, 6.0, 7, 8, 8i. Okay, I stands for internet. Okay, earlier, like your databases were stored on a single single machine, but from 8i onwards, it became global. Like on your internet also, you can store it. The concept of internet databases came into picture. Okay, from 8i onwards, then we have 9i, got in 2001, then 10g, 11g. Okay, your 11G got introduced in 2007. So you can imagine 11G is running from how many years your 11G is running. And in 11G also you are having two versions. Oracle 11G release 1, two releases you are having. Oracle 11G release 1 and Oracle 11G release 2. Okay, so in our course we'll deal from 9i onwards, like, because 9i is like a foundation for, if you want to understand Oracle completely, first you need to know what is the architecture in your Oracle 9i, then 10G and 11G. Differences. We'll go with differences and what are the new concepts that were got introduced in 10G and then 11G. Okay. What is the role of a database administrator actually? Okay, what does a DBA does in a company? Okay, now you are learning a DBA course. Okay, like you learn the Oracle DBA course. Okay, what is database, how to create a table, how to insert data, everything you learn here, how to get the information, how to store your data. Okay. Other learning, when you go and search for a job, what actually a DBA does in a company. What is his role actually as a database administrator? Okay, so first thing is it is enforcing data integrity, which means your data must be kept in a proper organized manner. Okay, first role of a DBA is to keep the data in your organized manner, then to assist the programmers. Okay, you are actually database administrators. You will be having some people in your company called as developers or programmers who will be actually writing the queries and inserting data into the tables. What is your job as a DBA? Your job as a DBA is just monitoring, okay, and checking that your data is kept properly in your database. Okay, actual job of inserting the data is done by your programmers or developers, they are called as. Okay, then maintaining the security of your database is important. Suppose if you just kept your tables loosely, like everyone can see your table, everyone can get the information from the table. Like suppose there are some confidential information in your company, like you don't want that information to be seen by any of any other nobody should see that information. Then you need to keep your data secure also. Okay, so maintaining that security of your data is also very important. Then next thing is taking the backup of your data. What is meant by backup of your data? Suppose, consider that you are having a laptop, your machine, okay, in that you have kept all your photos and important information you have kept in some file. Okay, one day what happened? One day morning you just get up and see that your hard disk has crashed. Okay, where actually your data will be stored in your machine, in your system, in your hard disk. Okay, you just think that your disk has crashed. Then what? You have lost everything. You have lost your photos, you have lost your important information, everything is gone. But imagine that if you have copied that photos or your information in a pen drive or your external hard disk, okay, which means you are taking a backup of your data and you are keeping it in another location. Okay, even if your disk of your machine has crashed, you will have the information in your pen drive or in your external hard disk. Same thing you have to do in your if you are having a database also. What you do instead, when you are having the data, okay, we need to always take the backup of your data, because we don't know, they are machines. Data is stored in your machines, in your disk. You don't know when your disk will be crashed. If your disk will be crashed, you will be having that data in any other location, in another disk. Okay, you need to copy that data in another disk and have it as a backup. Whenever your original disk crashes, okay, you can just get back, you can recover your data from your another disk. Okay, so that is also the main job of your database administrator. Okay, and then next job is providing availability. What do you mean by providing availability? Like suppose, understand that it is a bank database. Okay, an ICICI bank database. Okay, and you are having ATMs. Everybody nowadays uses ATM to get money. Okay, now ATMs are available 24/7, right? Suppose, imagine that if your database is not up for 24 hours, like you have an ATM facility from morning 9 a.m. to evening 5 p.m. After 5 p.m. you can't use ATM. Okay, so imagine how the situation will be. Now you are in a hurry and you need to get the cash, okay, at 6 o'clock in the evening, but your ATM is closed after 5. Okay, so your client, as an end user, as a person, will be getting irritated or frustrated. What is this? I want to get the money now. Okay, so now it is the job of a database administrator actually to keep your data up, to keep your data available 24/7, 24 hours. Your database should be running. Okay, whenever any user just comes and they want to get the cash from an ATM, they'll just type the PIN number and how much amount of cash. So that thing will actually go in the background into the database. How they'll come to know that how much money you are having in your account and what is your name and all from your that ID. Okay, account number, account ID. What they just do, that information will directly go to your bank database. From that database, they'll just see, okay, you have requested to withdraw around 5,000 rupees. So they'll just, that information will be gone to your database. From there, that 5,000 will be deducted from your account and you'll be receiving the money. So it is very important that your database should be available. What happens if your database is not available at that time? Suppose you have given all the account ID, account number, your this much amount you want to withdraw and all, and your database is down there in the background. Okay, you can't withdraw the amount, right? So it is a problem for the end user. So for that thing, your database should be available 24/7. So that availability will be provided by a database administrator. And the performance also. Next, very important thing is maintaining the performance of your database. Same example, you are going to an ATM center, you have given the account number and the amount you want to withdraw. And it is taking around 10 minutes to get your amount. Will you wait for 10 minutes there in an ATM center? No, you just want whenever, as soon as you just enter the amount, within a few seconds you need to get the cash, right? Which means the performance of your database in the background should be very much fast. It should go, whenever you give the account number, it should go and hit into the database, and from the database it should get all the information. Okay, this is his name, he's having this much amount, and immediately whatever the amount you have requested, that amount should be withdrawn, and you need to get the cash. Just imagine how fast it should be. So how that performance, maintaining that performance of your database also is the responsibility of a DBA, database administrator. So these are few things like taking the backup, maintaining your data, okay, and maintaining the security of your data, maintaining the performance of your database, maintaining the availability of your database. So these are actually the things, these are the responsibilities of a DBA when you get into a job actually, right? Okay. So these are the few things we want to discuss as a DBA. Okay, I just want to show you like what is your course content we are having here, what actually you'll be learning here in your course. So we are going with the 11G database. Okay, so the first thing we'll go with is database architecture. You have a bigger architecture like how your data is entering into your database. Okay, I'll just one second. I just want to need paper here. That's why I'm using a paint. Just imagine that I'm having this database here. I'm having the whole information of your employee, like I'm having the information of all the employees in a database. Okay. And this is an end user, or you can say client, who's requesting for the information from your database. So what language is he using for getting the information? He'll be using SQL language. Okay, and you'll be using your RDBMS software, or you can call it as Oracle software for getting the information from your database. Okay. So how it is getting the information here? What he is doing, he is writing the queries here. Whenever he wants to get the information, he will be writing a query like select query something. Select something, select salary, job from your EMP table. So this query will be entering into your server. Okay, so your database will be there on your server side. We call it as a server. And you will be, whoever is requesting the information will be on your client side. So the client will be requesting the information and your server will be providing the requested information. So this is something called as a client-server architecture. So whenever you request the information from your client side, your query will be entering into your server. From your server, it will get the data and the data will be given back to your client. So this is not easy, like I am requesting the information and I am getting the back. Internally, you will be having many background processes, many components which will be from where your query will be traveling. So database architecture. Database architecture is very important. If you understand the architecture, then like 50% of your course is done. Okay. And understanding your Oracle architecture is very important. So there we'll be discussing all your background processes, okay, all your background process, all your architecture components, many components you are having. So all those things we'll be discussing in your architecture class. Then we'll see how to install your Oracle software. Okay, how to install your 11G software, and we'll be installing your Oracle software on Linux platform. Okay, OS what we'll be using is your Linux operating system. On Linux, we'll install your Oracle software. So I'll show you how to install Linux first, then Oracle software. Then how to create a database. We'll create our own database and we'll see how to get the information from our database. Okay, in your database, and how to get the security. Till now we have discussed what are the responsibilities of a DBA. His job is to secure your databases. How he is securing the database. Okay, network, then taking the backup of your databases. How do you perform your backup of your databases? Different concepts you are having. You can use your right now we are using your RMAN backups, recovery manager backups. So different backups you are having. Flashback, you can take the backup by using your flashback also. The performance of your database is also very important. If your database is slow, then that is a very big issue for a database administrator. Your database should never be slow. Its performance should be good. It should be running in a good manner. So how to tune your database will be same. Performance of your database will be same. Okay, then you are having extra concepts like from your 10G onwards, you got introduced with your ASM, automatic storage management. We'll see what is actually an automatic storage management and how to create an ASM database, and how to clone a database or how to duplicate a database. This is also like it actually comes under your backup also. Like you can't depend like one database I have created and that's all, I'll be working on that database. One fine day if your database crashes, then what? Okay, so it is better to have a duplicate database also, a copy of that database. So if suppose your database crashes or something happens, you'll be having a copy of your database. Okay, then you see your data guard concept. Okay, and we'll show you a theory part will be given to you on how to upgrade your databases and how to apply the patches. What do you mean by upgrading? Like you are working in your 10G, suppose in your company you are working on your 10G database, now you want to upgrade it to 11G. Okay, so you need to apply some patches and then upgrade. So we'll give you an insight into how to upgrade, how to apply the patch and then upgrade your database from 10G to 11G databases. And one day class will be given to you on introduction to your real application cluster, that is RAC. Okay, which is highly in demand right now. Like once you complete your database course, okay, if you want to work in a company nowadays, people are just like employees are asking for persons who are efficient in DBA, database administrator, and he should have the knowledge on RAC also. RAC. So we give you one day course on real application clusters also, clustering concept. Okay, so Daily 1 hour of class will be given, 1 to 1.5 hour, and your duration of your course will be around 25 to 30 days. Okay, if you count in hours, like it will be, if you take 1.5 hours, like 40 hours of training. Okay, daily 1 to 1.5 hour, 40 hours of training. Okay, and in that we cover your basics of your SQL and Unix. Basics of SQL and Linux basics will be covered. Then you'll be having a 1.5 hour of daily class, around 25 to 30 days of class. Okay, and if you want, like you can use our labs. Okay, or you can install it everything on your own machine. So we'll show you how to install on your machine also by using your virtual boxes. First we'll install your virtual box, then your Oracle Linux software, then your Oracle software. You can do it that way also. So from scratch, I'll show you how to install everything, how to download the software and everything. Okay. So this is all about your course content, and this is all about your so any queries, anything from your side?
If you have any queries, you can just speak to us. You can raise your hand.
Any queries, anything,
you can speak to the faculty. So please raise your hands, or you can put something in your chat window so that you can speak to the faculty. Yeah, 1 minute. So Mr. Sharma, you can speak to the faculty now.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, ma'am, this is Maksudan here.
Yeah,
This is Maksudan here.
Yeah, go
Actually,
ahead.
I have done course from some training. I have done some training course from some training center. I have done Oracle course.
Okay.
Hello? So I want to learn some specific like data guard or pack or some patching concept. So is there any procedure to learn this? I don't want to go from scratch.
Then you have to go for advanced DBA course. Like in core DBA, we'll just go from the scratch, like from the starting onwards. Okay, if you go for advanced DBA, then there you will be having, in that also you'll be having like ASM, data card, golden gate will be giving you, and the rack concepts will be teaching you.
So how much it will be cost, ma'am, and what about duration for that?
That you can get the information from Chandra. Okay. He'll be sending you a mail. I think he has your mail ID. Okay. The duration and the course content and what is
the course fees and everything I'll be sending your email ID, Mr. Madhusudan Sharma. So don't worry about it. This is a course which we have given for Oracle DBA, and the suggestible, if you have learned this for core DBA, then you will also need to go for a golden gate or a rack training, which will be in more advanced into Oracle, and that will help you better. Okay, Mr. Sharma, your doubt is clear?
Yes, sir. And sir, if I want to more demo on some other concepts, so what I need to do?
Definitely. I'll send you the demo session of Golden Gate. You can go through it, okay?
Not Golden. I don't know about Golden Gate, sir. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'll be sending you.
Rack or data guard?
Yeah, rack also, we have a demo on 25th of this month. So I'll be sending you a link to that. You can go for the demo session, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
So any other candidates who have queries, please raise your hand. You can speak to the faculty now. Yeah, Mr. Vishal. So you're an air buddy. You can speak to the faculty, Mr. Vishal.
Ma'am, actually my query is Oracle will provide a security. So which type of security provide?
Security of your data actually. Security of data and the security of your user information also will be. User security will be having, your data security will be having, User security is like we will be securing like users information, like you will not be knowing that which user have requested which information. Okay, and
So
data security, yeah.
my SQL database will also provide a security.
Which database?
MySQL.
Yes, yes. Every database has security. It is not MySQL will provide the database.
Every database will be provided a security, but why prepare a why prepare a manage Oracle database comparison to other database?
Compared to other database, the thing is, like Oracle database is highly in demand right now, and it is easier to use. Okay, in Oracle database, you are using SQL language, which is easier. Okay, in MySQL, you will be using SQL language, but MySQL databases, it is different. Configuring your installing your MySQL software is different, and in MySQL some data types will not be supported there. Okay, some languages which are not supported there. So that's why Oracle we are using. We are using your Oracle software, and all other databases you should provide as a DBA. You can't say that I am an Oracle DBA. Okay, you have to learn your MySQL also if you want to get into a greater greater approach, like you want to go, then you can be an MySQL DBA or Oracle DBA or IBM DB2 DBA, any database, any DBA. You need to secure the database. I've given in general like what is the responsibility of a DBA. You should keep the database secure. Okay.
Okay. Now, one my question or
yeah.
I want to learn Oracle. How many time required?
How many?
Time. Day.
What is the duration you are asking? It takes around 1 month.
Yeah. Approximately one per day. Per day,
one to 1.5 hour of the class.
1 month complete.
Yeah, 25 to 1 month. Actually, we can complete in 25 days. Okay, but we can't say it can drag up to 1 month. So better later.
Okay, thank you.
So Mr. Vishal, the training course is for 30 hours and you'll get some 15 hours of practical, and later like you'll have some doubts and all these things. So particularly we'll be going classes from 25 to 30 days.
Yeah.
Okay Vishal, so is it
okay?
Okay. So any other queries, Mr. Vishal?
No.
Okay. And guys, if you have any other doubts, please raise your hands. Please, if you have any doubts, you can raise your hand. Okay. So Tyra madam, I'll just take the control and I'll show them some notes onto the kernel training, and I'll also show them regarding some LMS which would be helping them to enroll into the classes. So I'll just take the control right now.
Sure.
I'm just putting you on mute now. Sure. And if people have any queries, I'll put you again and unmute. Okay. So guys, let me come back to the my screen. So I hope all the guys are able to see my screen. So let me introduce about my kernel training. Kernel training is in the market from last 5 years, and we do offline trainings and online trainings. And this is our website. Just go for www.kerneltraining.com. So this is our website where it tells you like what all the courses we are dealing right now. Okay, so in this you need to go for all courses, which will tell you all the different courses we are going to hand over to you. So when I just click for all courses, it will be entering into a screen which tells about the courses what we have. So the course you are asking is about the Oracle DBA. I hope we'll be attaching the enroll button over here, where you can do the enrollment of this course, as it is for the first course. we are just putting up down here. See, the basic things I wanted to show is when people get registered here, they will be getting an LMS facility. So what is this LMS? Learning Management System. In the system, all the classes the user is going to take will be recorded and given back to you. It's nothing but if you're not attentive in the class, you can even get the classes recorded and you can get it back to you. That only will be available in the LMS. Apart from that, you'll also be getting the material used in the LMS, and apart from that, you'll also be getting the other materials like interview questions or questionnaire or something like that. So let me show you how the people can enter into an LMS. So people who got registered with us, they'll be given the user ID and password. Each user will have its own user ID and password. This LMS will work for 24/7 and it's for lifetime. So it's nothing but if you registered for one course, the same course will be available for lifelong. So this person has registered for 2 of the courses. If he got registered, then you will be getting the things called continue course. So when people say like he wanted to continue the course, then all the sessions he had completed during his tenure will be recorded and which will be displayed down here. Okay, this is a class 1 which the PPTs are used here, and the class 2 PPTs are used here. Apart from that, class 2 recorded session of it, class 3 recorded session, PPTs used in the class 3, and class 4 recorded session, class 5 recorded session. So in the same way, all the classes he has taken will be given a recorded down here. So you could also enjoy all the recordings which you would be going down in the classes. So this would help you out before going for an interview or you wanted to grasp it. I hope Madhu is having a doubt. Madhusudan, so you are on air, buddy. You can speak to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sudan, please.
Sir, so what is procedure to take that class, sir?
What is the
so
procedure?
Only online classes is there or any?
Yes, this facility is only available in kernel training in only online classes. So if people have got registered with the online courses, then they will be getting this LMS facility and they can go ahead to listen the class. For example, like if you wanted to listen the Apache Flume class, just click it. You'll be getting the classes which will be loaded then and there only, and the class will be continuing to go on. Okay, you can see whatever part of class you are, what is the class you wanted to take up. Everything will be given down here. Okay, Madhusudan?
Yes, sir. And what about the fee structure, sir?
Regarding the Oracle DBA, the normal fee structure is around 18,000 rupees. Now we are giving it a discount of 30%. So after getting 30% discount, then the cost will be affected there. Okay, which includes service tax and everything. Okay, I'll be sending you a detailed mail mentioning the price and everything. Okay.
Sorry, when I want to advance course also, advanced degree also.
Definitely. On complete, we have a seminar, we have a demo session on track on 25th. So even that link I'll be sending you. You can also attend that class. Okay, so Madhusudan?
Okay, sir.
Fine. Any other guys having any queries on the class or any queries on the LMS? Mr. Charlo, you are on air, buddy. Can you have anything to say to us? Mr. Charlo, are you able to hear me? Mr. Naveen? Yeah, Charlo wanted to talk to us. Yeah, Charlo, please, you're on air, buddy. You can speak to us. Do you have any queries? You wanted to speak to faculty? I'm good. Okay, thanks, buddy. Thanks for your. And any other candidate who's having any queries? Mr. Vishal, Mr. Kamal, yeah. Okay, Mr. Prayosh, you are on air, buddy. You can speak to us. Prayosh, you're on air, buddy. You can speak to us now.
Hello?
Yeah. Please tell me.
Hello?
Yeah. I can able to hear you. Please tell me.
Hello?
Prayosh.
Here.
Okay.
Sir, I've done some Oracle DBA courses like SQL, TLSQL, OC and OCP training from an institute.
Okay.
But I want to know to get a job, but as a fresher, everyone wants experienced candidates for a DBA role.
Okay. So you have already done the Oracle DBA training, right? So you are looking for a job in a fresher side, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's a good question for us. Actually, people who got training in our kernel training, as we are there in the market from last 5 years, we have got most of the relationship with the corporate companies. So we will be talking to the HR people in the corporate companies, and if there is any requirement of fresher or experience of that kind of thing, they'll be sending us a JD to us. So when a JD come down to us, we will be shooting out the mail to the people who have got registered with us, and we will be sending an invitation. If the concerned person is free for that particular time, he wanted to attend the interview, then we'll be arranging the interview, and if they succeeded, we'll be providing them the offer letter. So this services we'll also provide from our kernel training on placement assistance. Okay, Prayush. So people who got registered with us only will be helping us.
Okay.
Fine. So, and Mr. Charlo, you have any queries? Charlo, you're on air, buddy. You can speak to us. Charlo, you can speak to us. So yeah, so I wanted to sign it off, and thanks for everybody to visit our website, to listen to. They have taken their ample of time and got to our class, and we wish everybody to join up for the class, and we will be sending the detail as soon as possible. And this recorded session also will be sent across to your email ID, and you can reach us. We'll also give you the phone numbers in the mail ID. You can reach us for any queries you have. We'll be helping out you. We will be helping you out. And apart from that, I just wanted to also give you a glance on the data center we have. Actually, Kernel is having its own data center for training. In our data center, we have our Power 5, Power 6, and Oracle DBA server with VPN connectivity and Juniper firewall. So by this training, people can also practice their Oracle DBA in their laptops, but the performance in the laptop will be a little lower. And the point here is, when you go into the organization, you'll not be working onto the not onto the laptops. You'll be working onto the real-time servers. So we in Kernel, we have our own data center with Oracle servers. So we will give you an access of VPN connectivity, where you can connect to our database and you can do practice of Oracle on that particular server. So this option will be available for first 30 days free of cost. So by this, I just wanted to end up, and do you have any queries, you can just speak to us. You can raise your hand for us. Okay, so thanks buddy, and I wish everybody would be visiting the class, and I'll be sending you all the details to your email ID. Please go through it. And Mrs. Tyra, do you have any queries? You can speak to the students now. Do you wanted to anything you wanted to share?
No, I think it's fine.
Fine then.
Any queries, anything.
Right. Great. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your time also. Thanks a lot, and guys, see you soon. Take care and bye-bye.